Okay, so take some time to find a time, like, or maybe you can do it right over. So picture number one, we have read the description. What about picture two? How can you describe it?
It looks very informal. I think the food is not dear. It seems to be a noisy place and cramped.
Quite cramped. Yes, right. Good value for money, right? I'm sure it's not very
Value
expensive.
for money.
Okay, what about number three?
So lively это что? Это
Оживленный.
оживленный. Да? It seems to be a friendly place and value for money.
And a good value for money, right?
And also I think it's quite noisy place.
All right.
Lively atmosphere, yes.
Yes. Number four.
It's also, it looks very informal and friendly. I think food is good value for money. Yes, value for money, and also has lovely atmosphere.
Right, and the last one.
And the last picture seems to be formal and quite boring. I think food is dear and maybe overpriced. It's a quiet place.
All right, good. Now we will listen to two people discussing where to eat. Do they manage to come to an agreement? Okay. Right. Let's start.
8. Speaking. Exercise 3. Shall we eat out tonight?
Good idea. Where do you fancy going?
Well, we haven't had a Chinese for a while.
I'm not that keen on Chinese food.
I thought you liked it.
Not that much. What about a curry?
No, I don't fancy an Indian. We could go to that little restaurant on Church Street.
Daisies? The service is terrible. Can't we go somewhere nicer?
The Ship?
You must be joking. The food costs a fortune there. Let's try somewhere mid-range.
What about the Seven Bells?
I haven't been there. Have you? It looks very noisy. And I expect the food's a bit basic. I'd prefer somewhere quieter. How about that Italian place, Gianni's?
Gianni's is okay, but it isn't very lively.
Well, we're running out of options.
Why don't we get a takeaway?
Okay.
Chinese.
So, do they manage to come to an agreement?
They decided not to.
Sorry, didn't hear you.
They decided takeaways.
Yeah, they
Maybe
decided to have a
one
takeaway.
of them say Chinese,
Yeah,
and
and the other one is
say
Indian.
something.
Yeah, so I guess they didn't
They
manage.
didn't. No, they didn't.
All right. I want you to listen again and number sentences in the order you hear them. Have a look at exercise 4 and tell me when you're ready.
Mhm.
All right.
Unit 8, page 98. Speaking. Exercise 3. Shall we eat out tonight?
Good idea. Where do you fancy going?
Well, we haven't had a Chinese for a while.
I'm not that keen on Chinese food.
I thought you liked it.
Not that much. What about a curry?
No, I don't fancy an Indian. We could go to that little restaurant on Church Street.
Daisies? The service is terrible. Can't we go somewhere nicer?
The Ship?
You must be joking. The food costs a fortune there. Let's try somewhere mid-range.
What about the Seven Bells?
I haven't been there. Have you? It looks very noisy. And I expect the food's a bit basic. I'd prefer somewhere quieter. How about that Italian place, Gianni's?
Gianni's is okay, but it isn't very lively.
Well, we're running out of options.
Why don't we get a takeaway?
Okay.
Chinese.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. Sorry again, problem with the microphone.
Я только первое не смогла.
Okay, one was F, right? One F. They started, I'm not that keen on Chinese food. Sorry, again, don't hear you.
C.
2C, correct. 3H, 4A, and 5G.
5G. C. 7.
EB, right. And please use these expressions in your speaking part 3 and just in general conversation. They are really, really good. Like, for example, I fancy or I don't fancy an Indian, a Chinese, a Russian. The food can be basic, also very nice vocabulary. I'm not that keen on something. Plus, let me show you some nice expressions from the tape script. Wait, I'll show you I'll send you the script. Wait. Okay, that's the first part. And the second part. So you can just highlight these phrases for you, like, where do you fancy going? Or like you can, of course, change this question according to the task. What do you fancy doing? But it's a very nice question to start your part 3, the discussion, where you discuss all together. I'm not keen on, that's very nice. What about a curry? Like, so for example, when you offer this or that option, you can use the question, what about? And again, I don't fancy an Indian. Right. You must be joking. Also, very nice reaction for something that we disagree with. And then the food costs a fortune. To cost a fortune. Again, nice expression. Mhm. Yeah, we are running out of options in the end. It's a very nice phrase to tell. Oh, we're running out of options. So what should we choose? Now, imagine that you are planning a meal out with friends to celebrate the end of your exams. Discuss how suitable each of the restaurants shown might be and decide which one to go to. Okay, so we're gonna discuss this picture. I'm gonna be your partner as Oli is not here. So you remember, right? You remember part 3. It's a discussion, and we need to discuss each type, for example, and agree on one. All right. So where shall we go? We need to celebrate the end of our exam. What do you think? Shall we go to the let's say first restaurant? There aren't many occasions when we pass our exam, so it should be something pompous. What do you think?
I think it's quite expensive, dear. I think we should choose something more value for money. That's like something value for money, and it looks like too informal. So
Informal restaurant number
formal.
1.
It looks very formal.
Rather formal. Right. Yeah,
Yes.
that may be true. Right. Where would you suggest?
How about going to the restaurant number 4? I expect it's a lovely place with friendly atmosphere and
well, to be honest, I don't I don't fancy a Chinese. Besides, we've been there many times. Like, it's our common place to meet after the lessons and grab a lunch. This time I want something special, something memorable to remember this day by. All right. Okay. What do you think about the third option? A lot of people opt for Italian cuisine, and I'm sure it will be to their liking. Plus, the prices should be quite affordable. What do you say?
Well, I like this option. It seems very informal and friendly.
Right. Okay.
Expected food is quite delicious. I like Italian food.
Yes, I think it should be a good choice. Yeah, okay, then I guess restaurant number 5 is also not suitable, as you said, because it might be a little bit expensive for skilled students and boring. I'm sure we can't listen to music there. And
I wouldn't choose the second picture either. I wouldn't choose the second restaurant.
Yeah, it's rather cramped and kind of there's nothing special about it. Yeah, okay, then let's make a reservation to the third restaurant. Okay, you see, you're doing quite well in part 3. And again, don't be afraid to start the conversation. Don't be afraid to lead it if you think that you are the only one to lead the conversation, right? And if a person is too talkative, on the other hand, don't be shy to intervene and start talking yourself.
Mhm.
Right. Now in Russia, what are the most popular types of foreign food? And which do you prefer?
One more time, please. What kind of?
Mhm.
What?
In Russia, which what are the most popular types of foreign food, and which do you prefer?
Foreign food. I think Chinese cuisine is very popular,
Mhm.
and of course something maybe Italian and
Mm.
yes,
Mhm.
Georgia's
Georgian
Georgian cuisine is also popular here.
Okay, which do you prefer and why?
I like Georgian food and Chinese as well.
Mhm.
Chinese cuisine is quite spicy and delicious with sea products.
Seafood. Mhm.
Seafood,
Mhm.
and as well Georgian food. There is a lot of meat and different types of cooking, different ways of cooking, how they prepare meat.
Mhm. Are takeaways popular in Russia, and why? What sort in particular?
Takeaways are also popular, such as, for example, pizza, sushi. Yes, takeaways. So it's popular because you don't need much time to go anywhere. You can book and to make your order by calling to a restaurant. So, and it's also delicious
Mhm.
when you don't want to prepare something yourself.
Mhm. Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
No, I never
No.
worked.
Would you like to?
No, I think it's not my like,
My cup of tea.
my cup of tea.
Why?
At first, working at the kitchen, I'm not a good I'm not a good cook.
I'm not a good cook.
Yes, I'm not a good cook. I never. Oh, I'm not keen on cooking.
All right.
I'm keen on eating.
Oh yeah, don't tell me this. Right. Okay, nice. And that was part 4. Was it difficult?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. I mean, it is always a little bit stressful because it's speaking and you don't have time to prepare. However, you manage, look. You manage. Good. Nice result. Like, I'm sure if it were the test now, you would pass.
Thank
Good.
you.
Good. Happy to see your results. Right, now let's move to terrible, ugly word formation part. Well, actually, I enjoy word formation personally because it's very easy. It's like the easiest part of all. In my opinion. So let's see. We're going to talk about suffixes today. We're going to talk about suffixes which we add to nouns or verbs to make them adjectives. There can be suffix y, like chew, chewy, l, music, musical, able, rely, reliable, os, mysterious, mystery, mysterious, full, hope, hopeful, and use, useless. As you can see, the last one is a negative adjective. And there can be also minds, there can be some spelling changes. So, yeah, be attentive with these suffixes. Plus, the word taste, they highlighted the word taste. Like if you say tasty, that's delicious. So, like, for example, we can use different suffixes with the same word to create different meanings. Like tasty, that's mean delicious. Tasteful, attractive. Tasteless, without taste or inappropriate. So there can be several adjectives from one word. Can you make your examples, please, to these endings?
Wonderful, helpless, honesty. Нет, такого нет.
No, honest.
Historical. Что-то уже приходит.
Which one are you thinking now?
Aus, able, что-то не приходит. Aus.
Drinkable water.
Drinkable.
Glorious song, glorious day. Right, okay, take 1 minute to complete sentences with an appropriate adjective formed from the word in brackets, like fame, famous.
Thoughtful. She's very kind and thoughtful woman.
Right.
It was thoughtless.
Thoughtless, nice.
Rainy day. Homeless people. Fanatical.
Wait.
He's so
Fanatical, yes, fanatical.
But it's drinkable. Harmless.
Yes, right. Oh no, Many medicines are, if you take
Uh,
more than the recommended dose,
are harmful.
harmful. Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay, now exercise 4. You need to complete the text, eat, drink, and be merry, with the words from exercise 4. And of course, you need to transform them.
Здесь тоже нужно вот эти суффиксы, да?
Exactly.
Doesn't it moderate?
Sorry?
Moderate. What does it mean? Moderate.
Moderate, like
Moderate.
change. Что-то проходит модерацию. Do you remember this thing in Russian? Okay, how many have you done?
Примерно-то все. I haven't done second and third.
All right, okay, let's do it together, shall we?
So first, harmful.
Yes.
Yes, that is harmful. Now it seems rich fatty food or sweet.
Сладкие напитки.
Good.
Okay, just your idea. How would you do?
Sugar.
You need an adjective.
An adjective.
Sugary drinks. It's like a kind of a
What?
collocation. Sugary.
Sugary.
So mind it, you'll see it
Sugary.
very, very often. Sugary drinks.
Sugary ones. Yeah, sugary
Mhm.
ones. Can be perfectly good for us in moderating.
You need a noun, right?
Mm.
So what noun can you make from moderate?
Moderating. Moderation.
Moderation, right.
Recently at the 3 days meeting in Venice, meeting, they celebrated the opening of the conference. There's just things that are
That are pleasurable.
Pleasurable.
Pleasurable. Do you know how to write it? Do you know how to spell it?
Pleasurable.
Mhm.
Pleasurer.
Mhm.
ABLE.
Right? Pleasurable.
Have a positive effect on our health and guilt, stress, and tiredness.
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 Tiredness leads to illness. Pleasure,
Laughter.
Laughter and laugh. However, it is important to realize that we mustn't eat too much healthy food.
We mustn't eat too much healthy food, really. I didn't know about it.
Meat.
Sorry?
We mustn't eat just
Ну, нездоровой еды, а?
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy, конечно. Be attentive, you see? Negative prefixes, they are the most dangerous because you really need to understand the main idea.
Eat too much unhealthy food Here there is absolutely no point in eating the absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yes, well done. Cool. Do you have any questions?
No.
No. Okay, let's take some vocabulary. And actually, I like this. I don't know. I know. Okay, if we don't have enough time for it, we'll continue next lesson because the topic is great. Word pairs. So there are many pairs that are joined by a conjunction, and the order of the words is fixed.
Mhm.
Like we say bread and butter, not butter and bread. We say wait and see.
Mhm.
Sometimes the words in the pair are near synonymous, like fun and games, law and order. Sometimes the words in pairs are opposite. Take it or leave it, give and take. Try to make these word pairs in exercise 1. Again, take 1 minute and tell me when you're.
Mhm. I'm ready.
All right. Let's check.
Sick and tired.
Do you know the meaning? Sick and tired.
Sick and tired. Ну, совсем устал.
Yeah, very
Надоело.
tired.
Very tired.
Or fed up with. So I'm sick and tired with this.
Наверное, pick and choose.
Yes, pick and choose.
Вот здесь safe and sound.
What does it mean, safe and sound?
I don't know.
Safe and
Safe and
sound, like safe. Oh, I'm happy you came safe and sound. Целый и невредимый.
Peace and quiet.
Да, тишина и
Bits
спокойствие.
Bits and pieces.
Кусочки.
Что это значит?
Like по частям. Right. Okay. Now let's go to number 3. Complete word pairs with opposites. Let's do this one together. More or
Less.
or less.
Yes. Back to forward. Или
Back
ahead.
to front. Шиворот на выворот. Back to front.
Back to front. Sooner or later.
Рано или поздно.
Now and then.
Да, время от времени.
Ups and downs.
Взлеты и падения. Okay, and the last exercise for today. Rewrite these sentences, replacing them with new phrases.
I have had enough of your complaining. I am sick and tired of your complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Give it
Mhm.
a rest. Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Safe and sound, Steve will realize his mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Нет, вот все healthy and unharmed, да? Safe and sound.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually тогда что? Eventually.
Eventually, в результате, да, что-то такое вот.
А какой
Даже-
слово мы поставим? Правильно, safe and sound тоже.
Yes, no,
Да?
wait.
Safe.
No, safe and sound for number C. Что-то я C.
Yes.
Я смотрю
Safe and sound.
на C, что-то мне туда глаз упал. For B, eventually, sooner or later,
Sooner or later.
рано или поздно, да?
М. Not allowed to have only what I liked.
Мгм.
Pick and choose. Да?
Мгм.
I
Мгм.
wasn't allowed to pick and choose. И okay, is approximately. More or less.
Yes.
More or less. We hardly ever eat out, but occasionally we get a takeaway. Occasionally. Back to front.
Не, back
Конечно.
to front, шиворот на выворот, да, это когда, ну, прям именно с одеждой. Ну, кстати, можно
Occasionally.
now and then, в принципе,
Now and then.
да.
There are just a few small things left.
Кусочки. Bits and pieces
Bits and
left,
pieces.
right? Bits and pieces left. Wow, we've done today. Great job with you, Olga. We practiced speaking part 2 or part 3 and part 4, which is great. We did use of English, we did vocabulary. Yeah, cool. Next time we're gonna do writing and the test, and yeah, just amazing. Very, very good work. Your home assignment is to finish Unit 8 in your workbook. Okay, we have done in everything except of writing homework. Finish Unit 8 workbook. Yeah. Right, what are you going to do now?
I will play with my kids. They're waiting for me.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I have one more lesson and I'll also take my daughter. Okay, good. Then have a good evening and see you Tuesday, Thursday at 7.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.